as a young player, like that's a really, really hard thing to do when you're already sped up naturally because, you know, it's your first time in this environment, or you don't have a lot of experience in this environment. Like it's very, very easy to get sped up. And I mean, you talk to some like older veteran guys in here. I mean, I'm not saying that's me, but like I sometimes get sped up too. Like it's a natural part of the game. So I think that's a factor too that hasn't been discussed about. So there's a million things out there that make it a challenge, but you know, that's also the cool part of it, I guess.
In listening to you talk, it's almost like when I compare it to basketball, everyone wants to play like the Golden State Warriors, but not everyone has the ability to do that, which is kind of like slug in baseball. Do you think the decision makers upstairs, they're going to go in the direction that you just talked about, where you appreciate the versatility of different players and try to create a different kind of lineup than what we've seen so far in the last few years here?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you look at the elite hitters in the game and truly, truly elite offensive players in this game, 12 to 15 of them, maybe. I think that they can do it all. You know, yes, they slug, all of them, but they know how to take their singles. They don't chase. They do all those other things like I'm talking about too. And they slug. You know, it's there's not one way. I truly believe that there's not one way. And I think that playing to your strengths is, I guess that lends to knowing your strengths, but then being able to create a skill set that plays to your strengths while you develop other parts of your game, I think has a lot of value and kind of makes sense to me logically. But yeah, like I said, there's also a time component, and you don't know when a guy is gonna like feeling comfortable is still such a big part of this game, because there's such a mental awareness, like a mental component that you know, on paper your swing can be great, but there's a lot more that goes into it. So I wish there was I could just say, hey, just do this and you know, like because everybody knows what's good and what's not. But it's I mean, you can get lost in the weeds talking about, you know, hitting development as a specific thing and what's important and what's not for hours.
I know, which is why I really appreciate your perspective, and it gives fans a little bit of an idea of the complexities of hitting. Mike, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks.
Mike Talkman talking hitting with us. Today's the last day to get your Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle tickets for the guaranteed jackpot, currently at more than $60,000. Get your tickets now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. Coming up, the Manager's Show next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every home run and double play is called by Pat and Ron on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today, and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
Ice cold drinks from McDonald's contain 100% of your daily value of deliciousness. Take a McCafe Oreo frappe with real Oreo cookie pieces. It's $3.50 for a medium every day, so it's a caramel frappe. Then there's big flavors like frozen Coke, Fanta Blue Raspberry, or Hawaiian Punch. A medium is $2 every day. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company. Hawaiian Punch is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up Inc.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Cubs Brewers at Wrigley Field. Time now to give you access to Craig Counsel, sponsored by Access One, best in the business, managed IT, cybersecurity, and more. AccessOneIT.com. Cubs searching for offense after leaving 10 men on base in last night's shutout loss, including the bases loaded in the eighth.
We had good at bats in the eighth inning. I mean, I think they pitched well, and we can. So that means maybe our bats weren't great because they pitched well, and that's the kind of game we got to win. We got to win that part of it. Sometimes you have good at bats and don't get results. I think that was the eighth inning earlier in the game. Their pitcher beat us.
The baseball board next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Picture yourself in Indiana this summer, the perfect blend of adventure and relaxation. With countless outdoor activities, Indiana is the perfect summer destination. Start your planning at inindiana.com/summer.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free?
Mia Sajovic from Loyola University performing the national anthem this afternoon at Wrigley Field. The national anthem sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Cubs Brewers, the finale of a 3-game set. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Nico Horner, who's been locked in, hitting .349 over his last 15 games, including 2 more hits last night. The pitching matchup sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Justin Steele going for the Cubs, 2-4. A 3.07 ERA. Has been lights out against the Brewers in 2 starts this season, an ERA of 2. Meantime, former Cub Rob Zastryzny, a left-hander, is the opener for Milwaukee in a Brewers bullpen game. Around Baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. On the board, bottom 5, Reds leading the Braves 9-4. Ellie Dela Cruz with his 18th home run. All Pirates so far a 5-0 lead over the Cardinals. Top of the 6th inning in Pittsburgh. Rowdy Tellez going deep for the Buccos. Twins on top of the Phillies 1-0. They are in the last of the 4th. Here at Wrigley Field, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Brewers, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's sound of summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
Ice cold drinks from McDonald's contain 100% of your daily value of deliciousness. Take a McCafe Oreo frappe with real Oreo cookie pieces. It's $3.50 for medium every day, so it's a caramel frappe. Then there's big flavors like frozen Coke, Fanta Blue Raspberry, or Hawaiian Punch. A medium is $2 every day. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company. Hawaiian Punch is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up Inc.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm personal price plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way. And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back to the stands. That ball is gone. A game-winning home run. Can you believe it? This is what you came in for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Benny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Sigler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Arturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's the third and final game of this series between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. It's kind of a hazy summer day at Wrigley. No rain in the forecast, a little breezy. Temperatures are comfortable. We'll get the exact data momentarily. It feels like it's about 75 to 80 degrees. Each team with a win in the series. The Cubs grabbed the opener on Monday night by a score of 3-1. And a real pitcher's duel last night resulted in a 1-0 win for Milwaukee. So the third and decisive game today. Starting pitchers Justin Steele will go for the Cubs, and Milwaukee will use a so-called bullpen game. First out of the chute will be Rob Zastryzny, and he'll be followed by a succession of other relievers throughout the game. So let's go ahead and get to the starting lineups for today's game. The lineups are sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Leading off for the visitors from Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz at third base. William Contreras, the designated hitter. Rhys Hoskins at first. Willie Adames bats fourth. Adames at shortstop. The left fielder is Jackson Churio. Garrett Mitchell in right. Eric Haas is catching. Batting seventh and playing second base, Andrew Monasterio. And Blake Perkins is the Milwaukee center fielder and batting ninth. The Cubs have just taken the field. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. We'll get the Cubs lineup when we can. Baseball right around the corner. The Cubs and the Brewers after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, save 40% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus, free home delivery on select smart beds when you add an adjustable base. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Here's the way the Cubs will line up today. Nico Horner at second base. Michael Busch at first base. Batting third in right field, Seiya Suzuki. Ian Happ, the cleanup man, in left. The designated hitter batting fifth is Christopher Morel. Dansby Swanson at shortstop. Mike Tauchman batting seventh and playing center field. Tomas Nido will handle the catching chores. And Miles Mastrobuoni batting ninth and playing third base. 74 degrees at game time. Nice crowd already here. Fans still filing in. We had over 37,000 last night, over 35 on Monday night. Great support for the Cubs with these amazing fans. We are ready for baseball today. We thank you for joining us. First pitch to Ortiz, in for a strike, and away we go. Game time temperature of 74, sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, your trusted local experts. Four Seasons. Steele coming back. It's inside for a ball. And Ron Coomer, if you could, please tell us what's on your mind regarding Justin Steele facing these Brewers today.
Well, you know, he pitched in some bad luck in the last start against Arizona, if you recall, and I'm sure you do. That pitch just misses wide. They didn't hit him all that hard, but two things happened. They got a lot of balls that weren't hit hard but found holes, and then they ran his pitch count up pretty high, and he was unable to really go deep into the ballgame, which we're accustomed to seeing with Justin.
Swinging a foul out of play, 2-2.
So, to me today, I would guess he's going to have a little more of the thought of being on the attack early in the count a little more, because this Milwaukee group is somewhat similar to the Arizona group. They put the ball in play, they run well, and they're going to try not to punch out much against Steele.
2-2 pitch just inside, says Ryan Aditon. He's the home plate umpire today. Emil Jimenez working at first. Gabe Morales, the second base umpire, and Doug Eddings, the crew chief, at third. Just underway, Joey Ortiz, a right-handed batter, 1 for 7 in the series. And the 3-2 pitch inside, ball 4. And it's a leadoff walk. So Steele's concert begins on a sour note. And the batter is William Contreras.
That pitch definitely catches the inside corner. But I think Aditome was set up more on the outside corner, and the ball came to the inside corner, and he caught it, kind of pushed it off the plate. It's a tough catch for the catcher and a tough pitch to really kind of frame.
Swing and a miss by William Contreras. Contreras 2 for 8 in this series. Good solid hitter, 11 homers. He's driven in 56, hitting .284. Now the 0-1. Little pop fly shallow right, going out Busch. Busch with an easy play makes the catch on the edge of the outfield grass. Good pitch by Steele, right in on the thumbs.
Now that's vintage Justin Steele, that angled fastball inside. He's going to live on that inside corner and in off the plate a little bit and then back on the corner. And he'll establish that here in these first couple innings until you start seeing Milwaukee trying to get on that pitch. And then he will start moving off that inside corner to the right-handed hitters.
Rhys Hoskins batting, no score. First inning, 1 down. Hoskins pulls the bouncer right past Greg Counsell in the Cubs third base dugout. That'll scatter a few Cubs.
That's when you know hitters are aware of the pitch inside. When a right-handed hitter hits a ball that almost hit him in the hip and he hits it in the third base dugout, you know he's ready for the ball in.
Here comes the 0-1 from Justin Steele. Instead, he'll back away. Ron, you and I were looking at the numbers for Steele in his career against Milwaukee. He's really pitched great ball against them, making 13 career starts with a 2.21 ERA. Swing and a miss, beautiful changeup, 0-2. But as well as he's pitched, his win-loss record is only 2-2. You would think with a 2.21 ERA that he'd have 7 or 8 wins.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's been, a struggle for the Cubs against Milwaukee. A lot of low-scoring games. Milwaukee has had very good pitching over the last 5 years or so.
Hoskins takes low and in.
And when you're the number one guy, and Steele has been that for the last few years now, you all of a sudden you get matched up against their number one guy, and they've had a couple good ones.
Hoskins hitting .213, nubs it foul. The Brewers had some bad news overnight. Christian Yelich placed on the 10-day injured list with low back inflammation. And just talking to some of their people, it might be a fairly serious condition.
Yeah, he's had back issues, and from what we've heard, he's going to go see a spine doctor, and, they're talking about surgery. We watched him yesterday, and he was not moving well at all. He was trying to go on a 2-out fly ball from first to third, and he was just trotting around the bases and did not hit then his next at bat. So, yeah, that's unfortunate for Milwaukee for sure. He's having a great year.
Hitting over 300 with 11 homers. And even though his power numbers are not what they once were, he is certainly one of their team leaders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now the 1-2 to Rhys Hoskins. Broken back ground ball, slowly hit past the mound. Steele bobbles the ball. And now going to third on the play is Ortiz. Steele stumbled as he tried to feel that little nubber between the mound. He ran about halfway between first and second on the grass. He stumbled as he reached down to try to bare hand the ball and dropped the ball. Then he landed on his chest, and when he didn't get up immediately, alertly, Ortiz scampered from second over to third. That's going to be an infield hit for Hoskins. One of the softest hits of his big league career, no doubt.
It's one of those plays, right? And how many of these have we seen with Justin Steele? Him having to get off the mound and make kind of crazy plays. That one just barely trickles past the mound, and he's literally running towards right center field trying to catch it and flip it to his side. It's not an easy play.
Willie Adames, the batter, takes inside. As you say that, Ron, I think back to opening night down in Texas. Justin trying to run down a bunt along the first baseline, pulled his hamstring, and was out for a month.
Yep.
And that's not the way anyone wants to begin their season.
I think he pitched 4 innings right that day, and then that was the end for a month.
Yeah, he missed all of April. Steele 2-4 for the year, a 3.07 ERA. Fastball away, 2-1 to Adames. Adames hitting .249, but he's dangerous. 16 home runs. He's driven in 68.
And we saw him early in this series hit a long home run to the opposite field. About a third of the way up the bleachers and right.
Adames takes inside. Now it's 3-1. Now you got to be careful here. Adames is definitely going to be in a swing mode, you would think.
Yeah, I would think if you're Steele, if you can paint the outside corner, you could get the rollover ground ball to Swanson. If you throw a pitch inside and it gets a lot of the plate, could be trouble.
Outside ball 4. That last pitch kind of indicated to me that he didn't want to mess with Adames.
He was not going to come inside and throw a strike. That's exactly right. And you'll take your chances and move on to the next guy. Steele's going to throw about 92 to 93 miles an hour with that fastball. The last one, 92, a little two-seamer that ran off the plate. Speed Gun is always powered by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Steele off to a bumpy beginning. has walked 2 of the first 4 men he's faced. Bases are loaded with 1 away. Jackson Churio due up. Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, out to, I think, give him a breather as much as anything else, Ron.
Yeah, I think you go out there and you say, let's just reset now. Let's regroup. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning, 1 ground ball.
It has been a low-scoring series. Milwaukee winning last night 1-0. The Cubs winning 3-1 on Monday. All right, the pitch to Churio. Line towards center, coming in and dropping the ball as Tauchman. A run will score. Everyone moves up 90. Tough chance. Mike came in, made a sliding backhanded try, had the ball in the glove for a brief instant, but it fell out of the glove. That's going to be a base hit and a run batted in. And it is now 1-0 Milwaukee. The bases remain loaded.
Yeah, I think it's one of those plays where you come straight in if you're the outfielder, especially in center field. It's tough. How do you slide or dive? What do you do? And I think that played into the fact that Tauchman kind of slid and the ball hit the tip of his glove.
Garrett Mitchell, the batter, he'll take a strike. Churio driving in his 41st run. The runners had to hold, thinking Tauchman might catch the ball on the fly. So everyone moved up 90. Ortiz scores the game's first run. Breaking ball strike to Mitchell. 0-2. He could really use a strikeout right now.
Strikeout ground ball. Mitchell runs well. He's their center fielder from the first couple ball games. So you got to double him up, you got to get
bounce to good. First. Bush will come home in time. Nice play by Bush. They get the lead man on the 3-2 fielder's choice. And now there are 2 down. The bases remain loaded. Still 1-0 Milwaukee, and the batter is Eric Haas.
A couple good plays here at the corner on outs at the plate. Yesterday, Morrell made one. Very nice play. And now Bush comes in, fields that second hop, and doesn't try to do too much. Just throw a strike to home plate, get that out, and then play for the next guy. Nice play by Michael.
Haas, a bearded and mustachioed right-handed batting catcher, and he'll take a strike. Haas with 3 homers for the year, hitting .429 in limited duty. Haas only playing in his 7th game, chops it foul. The ball ended up in fair territory, but it hit him in the box, making it dead immediately. So now Steele just 1 strike away from getting out of a tough inning. Brewers lead 1-0. Bases loaded, 2 down. Haas playing for the first time in the series. The pitch by Steele. Fouled away. He got away with a little bit of a hanging breaking ball that time.
Yeah, he wanted a backdoor breaking ball, and that ball ended up right in the middle of the plate.
The lights have been turned on. It's kind of a hazy Wednesday afternoon. Lights having just a minimal effect, I think, at this point. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the damage is minimal. 1 run on 2 hits and 2 walks. The Brewers leave the maximum, and at the end of a half inning, Milwaukee 1, Cubs coming up. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Justin Steele here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
But that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Nico Horner will lead it off. That's the leadoff man. Always a special occasion. Presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Nico gets a base hit, Benny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Left-hander Rob Zastryzny is going to pitch probably an inning or two. I wouldn't think much beyond that. Horner takes a strike. Nico pulls it foul. The so-called bullpen game for Milwaukee, where they run a series of maybe 5 or 6 pitchers out, and they all work an inning or two.
Rob pitched 16, 17, and 18 for the Cubs. Had one start, but a good young guy. Very good slider. And then he ran into some arm trouble. And it's good to see him still hanging around in the big leagues and pitching for big league ball club.
Horner hits a slow ground ball to second, charging and fielding it is Monasterio, and he throws out Nico. Horner 3 for 10 now in the series. Nico has been on base in 16 consecutive games, but he has retired his first time up, and here's Michael Busch.
Now, Michael's been a hot hitter here for quite some time. He's going to get a chance to see a couple sliders from Zastryzny, I would assume.
First pitch low and outside. Busch 2 out of 6 in the first 2 games. He's still a young player, Busch, a rookie. And whenever you're in that first year, really, first full year in the big leagues, Ron, you obviously want to do as much as you can, but against left-handed pitchers in particular, just to show that you can hit both righties and lefties.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Because if you struggle early sometimes, say lefty against lefty, you get that tag, that label that, oh, he can't hit against left-handers, and you don't get another chance for quite a while.
That's exactly right.
Let's see if Busch can crank up a 1-out rally. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a foul back. Zastryzny got away with one. Zastryzny spells his last name Zastryzny. And the next offering, a little dribbler foul.
This rolls right off the tongue. Zastryzny.
I've got 9 letters up there with 1 vowel.
Yeah.
There's a disproportionality there that makes me a little nervous. I get over it.
Yeah, no.
Here comes the set for the 1-2. And it's on the way. Lifted to center, right center. Pretty well hit, but it's playable for Perkins. As he and the right fielder Mitchell almost collide, the ball is caught by the right fielder Mitchell. It looked to me like it was Perkins' play all the way. How about you?
Yeah, I would agree. But the thing is, Mitchell is accustomed to playing center field, so you go for everything you can get. But that almost turned out to be a bad situation for Milwaukee and a good one for the Cubs.
Seiya Suzuki, the batter. 2 down, nobody on. 1-0 Milwaukee leading. Chopper foul into the Cub third base dugout. Cubs offense really having a tough time scoring runs. In this series, they got shut out last night. Scored 3 in their win on Monday night. Here's a smash foul past third. And in 5 games on the homestand run, the Cubs have scored a grand total of 7 runs. And when you think about that, they're lucky to have won 2 out of the 5.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the offense has had its struggles. It's had some ups and downs all season long.
This ball just outside for a ball. Suzuki, a .261 hitter. He's had a tough time against Milwaukee the first 2 games, just 1 for 8. Holds that bat well away from his body. And the pitch, way outside, 2-2. I would say he holds the bat out in front of him about as far as any big league hitter I've seen in a while.
Yeah, there's not many guys that do that. Starts it out in front of him and then pulls it back to that hitting posture.
Foul back, 2-2.
But when you have that much movement, you've got to get that move out of the way early. That last time, because we were just watching it, he was a little tardy getting that bat back to that launch position, and then he had to fire, and just a little late.
Yeah, the 2-2 taken inside by Suzuki. Zastryzny against Suzuki. 2 down, nobody on. Ian Happ on deck. Now the payoff pitch from the big left-hander. Line to left center, a base hit. Over the head of the second base umpire, Morales. It goes all the way to the wall in left center, and Suzuki pulls in at second with a standing double. Very hard hit ball. It's a 2-base hit for Suzuki.
Yeah, this ball scorched over the shortstop's head. Yeah, and ends up just going all the way to the wall. Ends up at the 368 mark. Yeah, and this ball just keeps scooting through that outfield grass. It was hit hard. So 2-out double for Saying. Now the Cubs need a big 2-out hit from Ian Happ.
Doubles by Cubs batter, sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. Swing and a miss by Happ on a breaking ball. Gave you the 74-degree game time temperature, sponsored by Four Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric, your trusted local experts. Four Seasons. Happ batting right-handed, takes a changeup for a strike. Happ thought it was outside. 0-2 on Ian. His average at .237. Leads the team with 59 RBIs. Cubs trail by a run first inning. 2 outs, the pitch. Fouled away. Brewers in their traveling grays, gray shirts and trousers, navy blue numbers trimmed in gold. They've got yellow and blue hats and helmets. The Cubs in their home whites with the blue pinstripes all over, and the blue hats, helmets, numbers, and socks. The 0-2 to Happ. Ian pokes it foul off to the right, out of play.
And the first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibilities. Invesco Distributors Incorporate.
The outfielders kind of bunching toward the middle of the diamond against Ian Happ. All of the left field line is wide open. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Uniform descriptions we gave you, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue, Wrigley Field Green, or Marquee Red. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Short lead at second by Suzuki. And the 0-2 from Zastryzny. Chopper foul toward third. Brewers got a run on the top of the first. Jackson Churios singling to drive in Joey Ortiz. Some more blue sky visible. Part of the haze burning off. And the 0-2. Ground ball right side. That's going to be a base hit into right field. This will tie the game. Suzuki comes in to score. Ball game tied 1-1. Ian Happ with his 60th run batted in.
It's not always how hard you hit it. It's sometimes where. We saw that at the top of the first. And now Ian gets this little two-seamer going away from him and hits it right up the end of the bat. But it ends up with Pisterio playing up the middle. It just goes through that hole on the right side and just kind of trickles into right field, and that'll tie up the ballgame.
I bet you had quite a few hits like that with 2 outs and 2 strikes on you.
Didn't throw him back at all either.
Ian didn't try to do too much, didn't try to pull the ball. Here is Christopher Morel batting. Ball game tied at 1. Morel swings and misses. Chris with the bright red batting gloves on either hand. 0 for 3 in this series, hitting .201. RBIs by Cubs batters. Sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Swing and a miss on a bender, 0-2. Final meeting of the regular season between the Cubs and the Brewers. Cubs are 5-7 against Milwaukee. And now the 0-2. Fastball up and away. Zastryzny got the first 2 outs fairly quickly, retiring Horner and Bush. But then he's made a lot of pitches to the next 3 hitters. He's up to 26 pitches for the inning. Happ leading at first, not running. Morel takes low in the long inning, getting a little longer for Zastryzny. I got to believe a guy starts to lose a little of the stuff after about 25 pitches.
Absolutely. There's no doubt. Yeah.
Now the 2-2. Hoskins holding Happ at first. Pop fly, it's going to be playable. The second baseman, Monasterio, will make the catch, and that ends the inning. But the Cubs get even on Ian Happ's opposite field RBI single. After 1, Cubs 1, Milwaukee 1 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
Do indoor pets need flea and tick protection too? You bet your whiskers they do. Your pet can pick up those bitey bugs from other pets, the groomer, literally everywhere. But with Chewy Auto Ship, your flea and tick meds get delivered on repeat, so they never miss a dose of protection. Shop Chewy.com today.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Picture yourself in Indiana this summer, the perfect blend of adventure and relaxation. Paddle across picturesque lakes, hike through breathtaking views, and make a splash in our water parks. Discover the beauty of our beaches as you stroll along miles of sandy shoreline and enjoy live music, local flavors, and endless fun at our festivals. With countless outdoor activities, Indiana is the perfect summer destination. Start your planning at inindiana.com/summer.
Top 2, Cubs and Brewers tied at 1. The second inning is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free. Huh?
Zach, thank you. Andrew Monasterio leads off the second inning. Right-handed batting second baseman, giving Bryce Terang the day off, or at least the first part of the game off. Monasterio hitting .203, takes high for ball 2. Both Steele and Zastryzny, the 2 starting pitchers, both threw a lot more many more pitches than they wanted to in the first inning. Steele threw 26. There is a strike in the count now, 2-1.
Now the difference is Steele's going to stay in the game. I would suspect since Trisney's done for the day, they already had somebody warming up last inning.
Strike 2 call, 2-2. One other game involving Central Division opponents. The Pirates lead the Cardinals 5-0. They're in the 8th inning. I was reading about their game last night. St. Louis beating the Pirates and dealing Paul Skeens with his first loss, not only as a big leaguer, but his first loss as a professional pitcher. Fly ball to right. Right there is Suzuki to snag it. And that's out number 1. 1-1 game, second inning. The batter, Blake Perkins.
He's some kind of talent, isn't he?
He really is. And I was reading about some of the comments. Oliver Marmol, the Cardinal manager, said it felt like a playoff game.
Yeah.
And the Pirates have become a better team with Paul Skeens in their rotation. And they are right in the thick of this wild card race, along with about 5 or 6 other teams.
Having a young star like that emerge with that kind of ability just energizes the whole group.
It sure seems that way, Ron. Fly ball to center. Totman makes the catch. Perkins is out number 2. Nolan Arenado did have a home run against Paul Skeens last night. Now, here's an odd thing, or kind of ironic, or whatever word you want to apply to it. Both Nolan Arenado and Paul Skeens went to the same exact high school, not at the same time, but they are both grads of El Toro High School in Lake Forest, California. That's Southern Cal.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Yeah, right.
Right? And then facing each other in a big league game. Oh, 0-1 on Joey Ortiz. Here's the pitch. And it misses for a ball, 1-1.
Double plays turned by the Cubs today. A reminder, they are all sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
Now the 1-1. Line foul, out of play.
Well, you think, when you think back to your high school or mine, usually you have a couple really good athletes that come out of there. How about having 2 guys playing in the big leagues that are dominant?
Same high school. I would say Arenado, a very likely future Hall of Fame ball player. Line to center, caught by Totman. 1-2-3 inning for Steele. And we go to the bottom of inning number 2. Game tied 1-1. Cubs and Milwaukee. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
With the trade deadline approaching, the road to October starts now. I'm Rob Bradford. Join me on Baseballs and Boring for exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes stories, and expert analysis. Follow and listen to Baseballs and Boring on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Sign up for Cubs SMS ticket offers for special texts that give you the best access for upcoming games. Text CUBS to 88019. Pat?
Very good, Zach. Thank you. Let's see if the Cubs can grab their first lead of the day. Dansby Swanson first up. Takes a breaking ball from Rob Zastryzny. It's in there for a strike. Swanson, Tauchman, and Nito. If anybody gets on, Mastroboni will bat. Swanson's had a couple of hits in each game of this series, elevating his average up to 217. Still not where he wants it to be, but he's trending in the right direction. Here comes the 1-1 outside. This is the final game of the series and the homestand. Cubs are off tomorrow. They've got a challenging journey. 3 games in Kansas City starting Friday night, and then 3 games in Cincinnati starting next Monday night. Low and inside, Swanson almost got hit by the pitch. 3-1.
Away to Dansby. Then Zastryzny threw that cutter in and almost caught Swanson leaning out over the plate, almost hit him in the back knee.
Now the 3-1 to Dansby, swing and a miss. Looked like Zastryzny took something off. Swanson backing away, wearing the white batting gloves on either hand. Trying to start this second inning in a positive manner as he waits for the lefty Zastryzny. The payoff pitch. Bounce toward third. That's going to be a fair ball. Long throw by Ortiz. Not in time. Anytime I see a third baseman run, angle over, and end up on the grass in fair territory beyond the bag, it almost never has a happy ending for him.
No, it's going to be a base hit. Absolutely. You know, what happens is that's just a bad angle, right? You make a choice, and when you retreat on that ball and you're already playing deep, and now you retreat, there's just nothing good going to happen. It's going to be a base hit. That is a play you have to attack and hope that you pick the odd hop.
Tauchman lines it foul past third. Swanson gets his 5th hit of the series. Nobody out and a man on. Tie game, second inning. Tauchman 1 for 6 in this series so far, facing the lefty. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Good size gap in right center for Tauchman if he could exploit it. Short lead by Swanson, not running. The pitch fisted foul back out of play, 0-2.
Tauchman saw that breaking ball up and inner half, and it really never did break. It just kind of stayed. We used to call that the old backup slider. Best pitch in baseball. You're expecting it as a hitter for it to move, and it just spins and keeps coming in at you.
And now the 0-2 pitch. Time called. Time called by Tauchman. And wait a minute, there was a pitch clock violation, so a ball is going to be racked up. Yep. The count is 1-2. The scoreboard still says 0-2, but the pitcher took too long. The count is 1-2, I'm pretty sure. Here's a liner foul off to the left out of play.
Yeah, it's definitely 1-2.
Pitch clock violations. Those are powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. Lefty to lefty, the next pitch. Line to center, a base hit. Sharp single, nice, easy swing by Tauchman. Swanson advances to second. The Cubs have something going. And Pat Murphy, the manager, heads to the mound. Let's see if he's going to make a change. I'll bet he does.
Yes, a little inside slider or cutter. It starts out in and breaks over the plate. It's definitely down, but Tachman just dropped the head of the bat on it, shoots it back through the middle.
Bryce Wilson becomes the new pitcher. Again, it's a bullpen game for Milwaukee. They're going to run several guys in and out of that bullpen today. 2 men on, nobody out, tie game. Pitching changes by the opposition. Sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Cubs have a scoring chance. 2 men on, nobody out. Second inning, game tied at 1. We'll be right back after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
At Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, every journey is unique, but they all have the same destination: ability. Choose the #1 rehabilitation hospital. Choose Shirley Ryan Ability Lab.
Bottom 2, 1-1, Cubs and Brewers. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
The out-of-town scoreboard, fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. The Pirates lead the Cardinals 5-0 now. Bottom of the 8th inning, Rowdy Tellez a home run. Back.
Tomas Nido around a bunt, and he bunts it back toward the mound. Good bunt. The throw goes to first in time. The pitcher Wilson, Bryce Wilson, fielding the bunt, underhanding the ball to Hoskins, so it's a 1-3 sacrifice. Runners at second and third with one away, and the batter is Miles Mastrobuoni.
Nido gets good pitch to bunt, little breaking ball up, and gets on top of it and just bunts that ball to the first base side of the mound. Excellent bunt.
The left side of the infield is in. The right side is back. And the pitch to Mastrobuoni fouled away. It's always interesting to me, Ron, when the manager deploys half of the infield on one side in and the other side is back.
I would say they're probably looking at Mastrobuoni. If he pulls the ball, he's going to hit it sharply. If he hits the other way, you got to play at the plate.
Bouncing ball foul. Now it's 0-2. Mastrobuoni has to put this ball in play. One away, man at second and third. Nico Horner is on deck. Cubs struggling for offense.
Looking at Pat Murphy down in the dugout. He's the one directing the infield, and they're keeping the infield right side back.
Check swing, it's outside. 1-2. Wilson, 24 games, 9 as a starter. He is 5-3. His ERA just over 4. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Mastrobuoni strikes out. And now with 2 down, it's up to Nico Horner.
Little backdoor slider. This ball ends up maybe a cutter, but ends up in the middle of the plate. Mastrobuoni just underneath it, trying to lift that ball.
Nico bounced out his first time. He shows bunt and takes outside.
We had Ortiz playing very deep at third. He gets the bunt down, you know you score a run.
Swanson, the runner at third. Tachman at second. 2 down. Tie game, second inning. And the 1-0 to Horner. High pop fly, right side, shallow right. Monasterio, the second baseman, gives way to the right fielder, and Mitchell makes the catch. The right fielder, Garrett Mitchell, made the catch of the pop fly, and the Cubs squander a good scoring chance. They had 2 men on with nobody out and walk away empty-handed. It's on to inning number 3. Cubs 1, Milwaukee 1 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. The Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
This is ludicrous.
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Looking for a tequila that puts tradition above trends? Raise a glass of Lunazul. Lunazul tequila is made with 100% Blue Weber agave and no extras. No celebrity endorsements, no vanilla additives. Just real, authentic flavor that's sure to make a statement. Because great tequila speaks for itself, and those who know look to Luna. Lunazul Tequila, Bardstown, Kentucky. 40% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely.
Hi, I'm PJ Vogt, here to tell you about my podcast called Search Engine, voted one of the best new podcasts by Time Magazine, Vogue, and The Economist. We answer fascinating questions about business, tech, and history. Questions like, who should be in charge of artificial intelligence? Or how did ADHD medication get so popular so fast? Listen and follow Search Engine with PJ Vogt and Odyssey Podcast. Available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Willie Contreras takes the strike from Justin Steele. Game tied at 1/3 inning. Contreras popped out his first time. He hits one in the air to left, deep but foul and back out of play. Bunts by Cubs batters. And we saw a good sacrifice bunt by Tomas Nido in that second inning. Those are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst and Lyle showrooms. The 0-2 low and inside to Contreras.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
And I understand, Ron, that since you've done some personal investing with them, they're considering adding a Q to their name.
4 Qs.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing, and I missed strike 3. Contreras is out number 1. And Reese Hoskins, the batter. The quartet of umpires working today. Ryan Additon behind the plate. Emil Jimenez at first. Gabe Morales at second. Doug Eddings at third. The announcement of the umpires, sponsored by Suits 2020 in Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Suits 2020.
It's about time we head over there, isn't it? We were talking about that earlier today.
I would say yes. They are such nice people over there with such beautiful clothing. One of their mottos is affordable luxury.
Mm-hmm. Now, you were sporting some of that affordable luxury yesterday. Today, you're just sporting affordable because I know that shirt you're featuring today with the Wrigley Field logo on it, that one.
Extremely affordable.
Extremely
Here comes the 0-2
yes.
pitch. Popped up foul off to the right out of play.
That one could have been a Joe Rio special.
It was. It was. I have very strict standards. I only accept a freebie if it fits. And this one fits like a glove. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside to Hoskins, 1-2. Lights are still on. Plenty of sunshine. See, I was thinking about saving money on the electric bill here, Ron. You've got the lights on. Are they really having any effect right now?
No, I don't think so. I really don't. But what I would say is if it's been hazy already and then all of a sudden it gets worse, the lights are already on. So,
Now the 2-2 pitch to Hoskins. He hits a high pop fly. Foul, third base side. Playable, I believe, for Mastrobuoni. It is. And that's out number 2. 2 gone. Tie game, 1-1. Third inning, and the batter, Willie Adames.
Good pitch by Steele. This is a backdoor breaking ball. It's exactly what we talked about. First couple innings, you establish the inside part of the plate against the righties, and then that second go-around through the lineup, you start mixing in some backdoor breaking balls, some two-seamers that run away from the right-hand hitters.
Swing and a miss by Adames. He's trying to launch in this spot. 2 outs, nobody on. Cubs count on Granger to keep beautiful Wrigley Field running. Inside to Adames. To get the products you need, call clickgranger.com or stop by Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Fly ball, left center field, pretty well hit. Back are Happ and Tauchman on the track. Tauchman makes the catch. Adames has so much power, he almost hit that with one arm.
He got fooled. He was out in front, but still hit it right to the 368 mark.
3 up, 3 down for Steele. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Cubs 1, Brewers 1. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
Make the holidays spectacular with Moulin Rouge the Musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it glittering, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Give the gift of Broadway's most spectacular night out. Book now at MoulinRougeMusical.com.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Michael Bush is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Huh?
Michael Bush will lead off sack, bottom of the third. Bryce Wilson, burly right-hander, big beard, some long hair flowing out the back of his cap. Misses outside to Bush, 1-1. Bush flied to right in his first at-bat. Check swing foul. Didn't mean to swing, and it's going to cost him a strike. It's 1-2. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Let's see if Bush can crank up a Cubs rally here in the third. Line foul down the left field line. I'll go ahead and start the guesses today. I'll say 36,963. 39693.
They're continuing to pound Bushy inside with cutters. A couple balls in off the plate. One check swing, and that one kind of a three-quarter swing.
Cubs baseball brought to you by Stella Blue Coffee as Bush takes down low. And a big thank you to Stella Blue Coffee and Barstool Big Cat, official coffee sponsors of Cubs Radio, and it really is good. Several blends to choose from. Bush takes one for a fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. Bush may have gotten caught looking for something off speed, and Wilson surprised him with a pretty good fastball.
Yeah, they were pounding him inside, in, and then he paints the outside corner right at the knees. Excellent pitch by Wilson to get the punch out.
Suzuki doubled and scored the Cubs run his first time. He takes inside for ball 1 and almost nailed him in the left thigh. Ryan Addison, the umpire, walked over to make sure that Suzuki was okay. There's a pitch outside. Sometimes you really have to scoot your legs back as quickly as possible, and you end up almost falling flat on your face. Here comes the 2-0 to Seiya. It's outside 3-0. Did you ever do that?
I did, yeah. Because you really don't want to get hit in the shin, the knee, the foot. That's not fun.
Here comes the 3-0 to Suzuki. Swung on, hit in the air, deep left field. It's got a chance. Gone. Seiya Suzuki jumping on a 3-0 pitch, lining a home run to left. Cubs lead 2-1, their first lead of the day.
I'll say, I like this. When you're scuffling as an offense, and you got your guys with some thunder in their bat, go ahead and take some chances. Cut him loose, he did, and he hits a line drive rocket. About halfway up the bleachers in left center, so the Cubs take the lead 2-1.
Number 14 for Seiya, his 47th run batted in. And here's Ian Happ taking a strike. Another hefty home run. Sponsored by Hefty, the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strong all day long. That had a good sound. It had a good trajectory to it.
Yeah, just a nice high line drive home run into the bleachers and left.
Happ had an RBI single his first time. Breaks his bat, bounces one out to the shortstop Adames, who throws to first in time, out number 2.
Ian's going to need another bat order. He's 2 for 2 with bats so far in this game.
The first bat, as you say, Ron, died as a hero.
Oh, yeah.
A run-scoring single. This bat died as an anti-hero.
Yeah. Used to be the GOAT. Now the GOAT means great, greatest of all time. That bat was not greatest of all time. That's for sure.
Christopher Morel takes high. Cubs lead 2-1, third inning. Cubs baseball brought to you by Grainger. Grainger has been a great sponsor on Cubs Radio for quite some time. Official partner of the Cubs and Wrigley Field, Grainger. You can call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by and tell them Ron the Coom Dog Coomer sent you. The Coom Dog will definitely get their attention.
Depends where you're at, I guess.
Chopper foul 1 and 2. Cubs really need a win today. They lost 2 out of 3 to Arizona to begin the homestand. They have split the first 2 here. If they win today, they split the 6, and they beat Milwaukee in the series. And I mentioned last night, it has been a long time since the Cubs have won a series within the division. You have to go back to May 12th when the Cubs finished a 2 out of 3 in Pittsburgh against the Pirates. So that's 2.5 months ago. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Morella's out, and so are the Cubs. It's on to the 4th inning. Cubs get a run on the homer by Suzuki. Cubs 2, Brewers 1. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
Luna, what's in your fur? Are those... Oh, fleas. Oh, fleas is right. Summer's here and the bugs are at your door. Thankfully, Chewy Autoship is too. Get your flea and tick meds delivered on repeat. Shop now at chewy.com.
People are singing the praises of the superior, immediate, and long-lasting odor control in Cat's Pride lightweight litter. So we got a choir to sing your real-life reviews.
This 5-star review is from Cody. I went to a friend's house that had previously smelled like a litter box. I thought maybe she had gotten rid of her cat, but she had changed her litter to Cat's Pride, and so did I.
Thanks, Cody. We're glad you love it.
Cody, thank you.
Cat's Pride. Lighten your life.
Lighten it.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
Shut the front door.
winning,
No, seriously. Shut the front door. We own this house now.
but you actually need to say,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
that's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
2-1 Cubs, top of the fourth, and the fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs check.
Justin Steele now has the lead for the very first time as he works in this fourth inning. Jackson Churio takes a low curveball for ball one. Brewers got a run in the top of the first. A run-scoring base hit by Jackson Churio, who is at the plate right now. Cubs got even on Ian Happ's RBI single in the bottom of the first. The difference in the game, a solo home run by Seiya Suzuki in the third.
Wind's starting to blow in a little harder now from center field. Early in the day, it was really not much of a factor, but I've got to believe the ball hit to the middle of the diamond now is going to get held up a little bit here at Wrigley.
The 1-2 on the way outside.
You always have to watch that flag on days like today, right? A little weather change. And, yeah.
Especially if you're a pitcher or a catcher, Ron. You don't want to give up the long balls. Here's a ground ball to short. Swanson quickly over to first. Dansby well aware of the speed of Churio, and it was obvious the way he made that play.
Absolutely. He got it and got rid of it. Almost, it's like that misdirection when you see a shortstop with great hands that the ball hardly is in the glove. It just goes from glove to hand and get rid of it in a hurry.
Steele now a nice little string rolling, has set down 9 in a row. Cubs leading 2-1. Garrett Mitchell will take ball one.
Important part is he threw a bunch of pitches. He was in the mid-20s with pitches in that first inning. And now he's clipped off some good quick innings, so the pitch count has stayed somewhat down here in the fourth. He's at 59 pitches now.
Low and outside. We still need guesses from Ron and Zach and Paul in the attendance game.
I will go 32,000 flat.
And the 2-0 to Garrett Mitchell, lefty to lefty. Big chop toward first, fair, fielded by Bush, steps on the bag, out number 2. Mitchell retired on a routine play. That's 10 in a row, set down by Steele. Cubs leading by a run here in the fourth inning, and the batter is Eric Haas.
Now, Pat, we got some friends in the booth today. The Lockport High School baseball coaching staff is here today. What's up, boys? And the staff is there. They get to Wrigleyville a little early today, boys. Good. I like it. Yeah. So they're all here. It's great. Scott Malinowski is the head coach, and Mal and I worked together at my baseball school many moons ago. For me, a lot of moons and a lot of gray hairs ago. But so it's great to have him coaching at Lockport. Great program, great facilities at Lockport.
Now, Ron, do you still hold some of the records for Lockport High School?
Mal, did I hold any more records, Kenny? I don't know if I do or not. We didn't have a regular outfield fence then. It was like 480 feet to straightaway center. So it was a little tougher to go deep to straightaway center.
So you had to leg everything out.
Mal's being a smart guy. Uh-huh. Back then I could run though, Mal.
Haas takes a strike, 3-1. Cubs lead 2-1 here in the fourth. And the next pitch, lifted foul off to the right, out of play. Now it's 3-2. What's on your mind here, Ron?
Well, I think right now, if you're Steele, whatever pitch you have the best feel for that you can spot on either corner, that's what you go with. And usually it's that cutter inside from Justin. He's really kind of found his groove, though, as you said, on both sides of the plate after the second inning.
10 in a row retired. Let's see if he can make it 11. The pitch on the way, fouled away.
He went away with that fastball, a little four-seamer for Justin. When he throws that four-seamer away, it gets a little bit of run. Excellent pitch.
Cubs out hitting Milwaukee 5-2, leading 2-1. Line drive, base hit to left. Justin got that one up a little bit, and Haas lines a single into left, snapping the string at 10 straight retired. And the batter now is Andrew Monasterio.
I got a question for you. Where you're at, on occasion you're driving around, do you ever get to drive by and see some of the high school baseball where you're at a little bit?
Well, we get so many, so very few days off on during the baseball season. We're working or traveling. So the answer is I don't really get a chance to watch many games.
Right.
No.
It is fun. That's one of my just one of my favorite things to do is to go back home and just watch the young guys play. It's fun, whether it be baseball or football at that level.
There is a strike, 1-1. You get a chance to see
occasionally, not the same thing. It's a rare occasion that our schedules match up where I can be home and watch a game.
Short lead at first, the pitch. Monasterio fouls it away, 1-2.
You and I talking about it earlier today, how much fun it is playing baseball at that 15, 16, 17, 18 years old.
It really does not get much better than that, ever. And nobody has to tell you to be there.
No.
You're willingly, you can't wait to get out there.
That's right.
Practice and play games. Now the 1-2 from Justin Steele. Lifted foul off to the right, out of play.
And I know we got some Sox fans in this group. We need a little help for the Cubs guys today against Milwaukee. So you turn that Sox hat around back.
Two down in the inning. Cubs lead by a run. Monasterio hits a pop fly to shallow left. Swanson out, half in. Swanson is the one making the call, and now the catch. No runs and a hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Cubs 2, Milwaukee 1. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Jameson Tyone here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
Hi, I'm Dalbec Quince. One way to help manage type 2 diabetes is to regularly exercise. My exercise program can help get you into a routine that works for you. Keep in mind, managing blood sugar also takes the right
diet. Hi, I'm celebrity chef Franklin Becker. Ever since I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I've adapted my cooking style without sacrificing flavor. If you want to learn more tips about diet
and exercise,
visit mytype2transformation.com.
At Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, every journey is unique, but they all have the same destination: ability. Choose the #1 rehabilitation hospital. Choose Shirley Ryan Ability Lab.
League Leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Stephen Kwan of the Guardians leads the majors in batting average, hitting at .347. Aaron Judge, the power man, 35 home runs, 89 RBIs. And Ellie De La Cruz of Cincinnati leads the majors in stolen bases, 51, Pat.
51. He must have swiped a couple then in the last day or two. We will see him next week in Cincinnati. Dansby Swanson first up, bottom of the fourth inning. Here comes the 0-1 by Bryce Wilson. This ball is hit high in the air, deep right center. Going back is Perkins with a play, and he'll make the catch. And that's, to your point earlier, Ron, the wind blowing in from center. Otherwise, that ball might have been back near the vines.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Last night, now middle way through the game, the wind started blowing out. That same ball had a chance. Right now, it got up in the wind, and you could just see it get kind of lofted up there and ended up not making it to the track.
Mike Tauchman, the batter. Cubs on top 2-1. Tauchman takes a strike. Kyle Hendricks, 4 years ago tonight, pitched a shutout on opening night during the pandemic season of 2020. And it was a shutout against these Milwaukee Brewers. A 3-hitter. The number 9 hitter was Orlando Arcia. He had all 3 hits, 3 singles. The rest of his teammates were 0 for 27. Ground ball to second, fielded by Monasterio, out number 2. I remember that, and I remember it was the warmest opening night we have ever seen by far, because the season didn't start until this day, July 24th. It was like 84 degrees at game time for the home opener, for the season opener. And we're accustomed to 28 degrees on April the 1st or thereabouts.
Yeah, put on everything you have to put on for the ball game up here.
But that was a masterpiece by Kyle Hendricks that day, or that night.
And he had just absolutely blanked Milwaukee's lineup. And as you said, Arcia hit 3 line drives to right. Just bang, bang, bang. And you're just shaking your head going, if he'd just walked that guy all game, he'd had a no-hitter.
Arcia still going strong as the Braves' everyday shortstop. Braves lost today. Here's a deep drive to center. Off the bat of Nito, back toward the wall, and caught up against the vines by Perkins. Tomas Nito gave it a long ride, but Perkins, the center fielder, right up against the ivy, made the catch just to the left of dead center to end the inning. Cubs don't score. It's on to inning number 5. Cubs 2, Milwaukee 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Parkins and Spiegel talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday afternoon from 2 to 6 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Top 5 at Wrigley, the finale of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Brewers. And Blake Perkins looks at a strike to lead off the Brewers half of the frame from the left-hander Justin Steele. It's the Cubs with a 2-1 lead over Milwaukee. Perkins, the number 9 hitter. The next pitch outside, 1-1 the count. Got to give my guess in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'm going to go 35,500. And our engineer, we call him the maestro, Paul Zarang, has made a guess. Here's the 1-1. Perkins swings and misses at a fastball off the outside. 1-2 the count. And Paul Zarang going with 35,922. So the guesses are in. Here's the pitch. Perkins swings. High fly ball down the right field line, slicing foul out of play, 1-2.
Pretty good pitch by Steele to Perkins. That good inside fastball and kind of cutting motion right at, right underneath the hands. And it's just tough to get the barrel to.
This is Steele's third start against the Brewers this season. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Pulled down the left field line, but hooking foul out of play. 1-2. In the previous 2 starts against Milwaukee, an ERA of 2.08. There are just certain matchups, certain pitchers who dominate certain teams. Steele versus the Brewers, one of those matchups as Perkins grounds one through in the left field for a base hit.
Justin a little frustrated with himself giving up that base hit to Perkins. He had Perkins set up really well. He was in, got him on that inside fastball, and then they were set up to throw a fastball or a backdoor cutter, and he just held on to it a little too long, and it ended up inner third of the strike zone. Mistake, and Perkins made him pay and just hit a line drive base hit to left.
Perkins with excellent speed. He's got 14 stolen bases this season. The batter, Joey Ortiz. And the pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 fastball on the outer half. The pitch clock is powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. 2-1 Cubs over the Brewers. I'll throw to first. Getting back standing up, Perkins, who represents the tying run for Milwaukee here with no one out in the top half of the 5th inning. The Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. Ortiz 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. The pitch fouled out of play off to the right, second deck. So 0-2 the count on Ortiz. Wind now blowing straight in. It has shifted patterns throughout the afternoon here at Wrigley Field. The pitch. Called strike 3. Steele freezes Ortiz with a fastball on the outside corner. 1 away.
Ortiz going to get to the dugout. The guys have those iPads in the dugout that they look at their at-bat. That's not going to make him very happy. That pitch was well off the plate away and up, but he got rung up.
So here is William Contreras, the pitch. That's a called strike on the outside corner, very similar to the pitch in which Ortiz was rung up.
I wouldn't throw another pitch. I'd keep throwing it there. You can't hit that.
Perkins extends his lead off the first base bag. Steele a long set, now a throw to first, getting back standing up. Perkins, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Steele with 3 strikeouts on the afternoon. Perkins goes, the pitch outside, throw to second is in time. Tag applied by Nico Horner. And Perkins erased from the bases. Now Pat Murphy, the Brewers manager, saying, hold on 1 second. We want to let our replay team take a look. Let's see if the Brewers challenge here.
It's a pretty good jump, and I thought They're not going to challenge. Pat Murphy not real happy with the whole thing. So what happens on this play is they take off from first as Perkins, but his head first dive, he's going to beat this throw, but his left hand that's going to touch the bag ends up hitting Nico's foot and never does get to the bag. And it's a great call. We did not see that live, but that's what happened. And he is out at second base, so Perkins is caught stealing.
So 2 away as Contreras looks at another ball. This one up high. Tomas Nido really put some salsa on that one to throw out the runner as Steele works his motion. Outside 3-1 now on Contreras. Salsa King of Chicago reminds you that you can put salsa on everything. Available at Jewel Osco and Mariano's. Here's the pitch. That's inside, ball 4 to Contreras.
So what's the craziest thing you put salsa on? Because you're kind of tight with the Salsa King of Chicago.
I'm a traditional guy. Chips and salsa all the time, right?
Okay, not on the salmon or any of that, no?
Occasionally.
Yeah,
it depends.
Yeah.
What about you? Because you asked the question as though...
There are times I'll make, kind of a Mexican-type omelet and put salsa on it. Or, I can put it on my breakfast food sometimes.
Rhys Hoskins at the plate.
Eggs, that is. Yeah.
Got it. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ball outside. Are there other kinds of omelets that I'm not aware of?
But, it's not going to go on French toast or anything like that. But,
Potatoes, right?
Yeah.
1-0 the count. Hoskins waits. The pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. A fastball from Steele. 1-1 the count.
Well, Steele's looking good. Now he dominated the inside part of the plate early, and now he's got the feel for that outside corner, whether it be fastball or cutter.
Man at first. Here's the 1-1. And a pop fly. Shallow left field. Drifting back the shortstop. Swanson. He's under it. And makes the catch for out number 3. And Contreras stranded at first base. Middle 5, it's the Cubs 2 and the Brewers 1 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Picture yourself in Indiana this summer, the perfect blend of adventure and relaxation. With countless outdoor activities, Indiana is the perfect summer destination. Start your planning at inindiana.com/summer.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
On Saturday, August 3rd, the Cubs take on the Cardinals at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a pack of Cubs trading cards presented by Topps. Purchase tickets at cubs.com/tickets. Miles Mastrobuoni at the plate to lead off the last of the 5th, and he looks at a sinking fastball for a strike from Bryce Wilson, the right-hander. 0-1 the count. Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Brewers. The rubber game between these two. The pitch. Mastrobuoni swings, and it's a high fly ball deep left center field, but playable for Churio, who makes the catch on the edge of the track. 1 away.
Well, pretty well hit by Mastro. A little fastball up and out over the plate. Get it caught right in front of the track and left.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Nico Horner in the box. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Nico on the year now hitting at .258. Right-handed batter stands deep in the box, hits out of a crouch. Wilson deals. Called strike, 1-1, a cutter.
You just see Nico over the last few weeks just getting more and more back to that swing that he's featured since he put a Cubs uniform on, and that's using the other side of the field more, and you're not seeing him, roll over ground balls nearly as much or hit that fly ball, the routine fly ball to left.
Nico tried to go to right there and fouled it out of play. 1-2 the count.
There are some guys, their mechanics of their swing, and Nico definitely fits this description.
Broken back ground ball to third, charging, backhanding Ortiz. Across the body throw in time. What a play by Ortiz, the third baseman, in time to get a hustling Horner 2 away.
Yeah, that's a jam shot to third. Ortiz comes in, fields it on a backhand side, running full speed coming in, and the next step has to unload the baseball and gets Nico by a step and a half, and that's a pretty good play. That's not an easy play. Ortiz made it look pretty easy.
Michael Busch stands in with 2 down. Cubs up 2-1. He swings and misses at the first offering from Wilson, 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Let me ask you this. Ortiz was charging. Horner's a very fast runner. I thought when he tried to pick up the ball with the glove that he probably lost an opportunity there, but no. That pitch low, 1-1 the count.
Every guy, every third baseman has a way that they make that slow roller or that slower ground ball that's rolling that you really can't barehand the ball. I was always fielded off my left foot, field it, and I was able to get it to my throwing hand on the very next step and get rid of its sidearm. Ortiz that time, and that shows great flexibility to be able to backhand that ball running full speed, straight forward, catch, transfer, and he threw a bullet across the diamond.
Busch looks at a ball low, so the count now 2-2. He digs in, left-handed batter. The right-hander Wilson delivers. Fly ball hit down the left field line and slicing foul out of play. Count remains 2-2 on Busch. Michael's 0 for 2. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. And a high fly ball. Medium range center field. Underneath it is Perkins, and he makes the catch for out number 3 as the Cubs go down in order in the 5th. After 5, Cubs 2, Brewers 1 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Cody Bellinger here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Games in October can be won and lost by what happens between now and the trade deadline. I'm former MLB All-Star Brett Boone. Join me for exclusive interviews and inside stories. Follow and listen to the Brett Boone podcast on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
670 The Score is proud to announce the Cubs for a Cure Radiothon. On August 15th, The Score is partnering with the Cubs and Stand Up to Cancer for a 24-hour radiothon hosted by Danny Parkins and the Score team, with 100% of the proceeds benefiting cancer research.
Celebrities, doctors, and patients will share their stories of how cancer has impacted their lives. Your donations could land you tickets, experiences, and memorabilia from your favorite teams. You can make a difference by helping The Score raise money for cancer research. If you or your company would like to get involved, email 670radiothon@gmail.com today.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm personal price plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Susan Hawkinson from Sleepy Hollow, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $100 if the North Sider hits a home run this inning. You can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Susan. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. Huh?
Zach, thank you. Did you say the Hawkinsons from Happy Hollow?
Susan Hawkinson, just one of them,
okay.
From Sleepy Hollow. And she'll be happy if the Cubs hit a home run in the bottom half of the sixth.
Well, very good. We'll look forward to that. Here comes the 0-1 from Justin Steele. Looper off the bat of Adamas shallow right, falling in front of Suzuki. It's a leadoff single for Willie Adamas. Not a hard hit ball, but it's a leadoff single. The Cubs lead 2-1, and the batter now is Jackson Churio.
Yeah, I think the big swing from Adamas kind of surprised Suzuki, as this ball is a big swing, but then it's hit right off the end of the bat. It's a little parachute in the short right. I don't know if Suzuki gets a great jump. I still don't know if he makes that catch. Be a leadoff single.
Steele working on Churio. Here's a line drive, base hit to left. Out of the range, a one-hop smash past Swanson. Dansby, a valiant diving backhanded try, missed it by a foot. But now the Brewers in business, 2 men on, nobody out. And Garrett Mitchell due up. Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, out to see about Justin Steele.
Well, we heard about Churio coming into this series and how he is kind of coming into his own. He is one of those guys that, Milwaukee is kind of planning their future on. He's got 2 hits in the game, good speed, can go get him in the outfield. And I think this is a strategy meeting thinking, Milwaukee has bunted probably more in this series, or showed bunt more than any team I think I've seen all season long.
But now, Ron, you've got the bottom of the order up following the batter at the plate, Garrett Mitchell. So what are you thinking here?
I'm not exactly sure. It really kind of depends. You got left here with Steele. So, Mitchell, then Haas singled last time. So it may be where they would look to bunt here because of the left-on-left situation with Steele.
Now, a round bunt and pushing it foul is Mitchell. Tried to bunt it toward third. Both Mastroboni, the third baseman, and Bush, the first baseman, in on the grass, anticipating a bunt. And I'm sure they will be on this pitch, too.
For Mastroboni, if this ball's bunted at you fairly hard, you got to go get this ball and just get the out at first.
The stretch and the pitch, it is taken outside. I'm looking at where Horner is. Now, Horner right in the baseline. He's the second baseman, about halfway between first and second. So as the pitch came in, he ran over toward first. Interesting. The next pitch outside, it's 2-1. Swanson playing close to second. So the runner there, Adamas, can't get too big of a lead. The 2-1 is low for ball 3.
Now, Mitchell has not showed bunt in the last 2 pitches. Cubs infield still set for the bunt, but he did not square around. And now they're going to move Michael Bush back to his normal position, back behind Churio at first.
Runners lead first and second. The pitch to Mitchell, hit foul out of play. With a 3-1 count, he was turned loose by his manager, Pat Murphy, took a full swing. And now, presumably, Ron, with 3-2, he'll be in a swing mode as well. Suzuki deep and right, only about 15 feet shy of the track. The pitch, strike 3 call. Biggest strikeout of the day for Justin Steele. Kind of surprised Mitchell was not more aggressive with that pitch.
Yeah, that's just a fastball, maybe a little cutter, but over the top, just right down into the zone, about belt high, and didn't offer at it at all. And Steele gets the punch out.
Steele will leave the game. Craig Counsell making the change. Steele's going to get a nice ovation from these Cub fans. And he will leave with the lead. However, he is responsible for the runners at first and second, so he leaves kind of up in the air regarding a decision later on. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products. James Hardy. We'll be right back in a moment. Cubs lead 2-1. We are in the 6th inning on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Dry Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Couple of finals on the board. Pirates shut out the Cardinals 5-0. Rowdy Tellez, the former Brewer, with 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Pittsburgh. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Reds 9, Braves 4.
Jake Bauers batting, Tyson Miller pitching. The right-hander's first pitch swung on and missed. Bauers batting for Eric Haas, the catcher. Bauers hitting .219 for the year. He does have some pop with 7 home runs. Cubs leading by a run in the 6th inning. Runners at first and second leading. The pitch swung on and missed. 0-2. Miller would love a strikeout. What pitch could do it,
I think he'd stay with that elevated heater. Bauers in the game because of Miller's kind of right-handed 3/4 delivery and crossfiring, but he's throwing 2 fastballs right past him.
Set by the long-legged right-hander, the 0-2. A little looper, shallow center, going out. Horner can't get it. It's a base hit. And the bases are going to be loaded as Tauchman's throw comes into the cutoff man, Bush, near the mound. He jammed him. It was a good pitch. But Bauer's able to just get enough lumber on it to have it drop into shallow center out of the range of Horner.
Yeah, just muscles this ball right out over the middle of the diamond. Yeah, Adames had to hold at second base. He was not sure if Horner was going to catch this ball, so he was only able to advance 90 feet.
Bauers gets the pinch hit single. Bases are loaded with 1 away. The Cubs 2-1 lead on the line. Monasterio will leave for a pinch batter, Bryce Terang. Terang drove in the only run in last night's game. Left-handed batter checks his swing. That's a foul tip at the plate, 0-1.
Got Terang on I believe it was a 1-2 pitch. Hit a mistake, a little breaking ball that ended up in the middle of the plate. And just hit a line drive right back through the middle to drive in, as you said, Pat, the only run of the ballgame.
Infield back for the Cubs. Bases loaded for Milwaukee. The pitch fouled away. Now it's 0-2. And again, Miller must be thinking about a strikeout here, Ron.
Yeah, you know, he's got options. He can buzz that fastball, cross-firing it into Terang. Elevated fastball's another pitch.
Runners lead at every station, the stretch. And the 0-2 to Terang inside for a ball.
My Cubs might have cut a break there. That sweeping breaking ball coming down and in, that almost hit him.
Now the set for the 1-2 offering to Terang. Check swing. Did he go? No swing. Third base umpire Doug Eddings made the call. Haven't seen a replay yet. It felt like the Brewers may have gotten a break on the call.
High fastball, Terang. Yeah, he definitely goes. His barrel of the bat out in front of home plate, and Doug Eddings did not call him.
Now the 2-2 to Terang. Popped up foul and out of play. Terang will undoubtedly stay in and play second base defensively. Cubs 2, Milwaukee 1. Bases loaded, 1 away, top of the 6th, and the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is high, 3-2. Blake Perkins is on deck. 3 singles in the inning have loaded the bags. Tyson Miller ready for the 3-2 pitch. Lined into right field, a base hit. The tying run is in. Everyone moves up 90, and the game is now even, tied 2-2. Bryce Terang singling sharply into right. So back-to-back hits by pinch batters for Milwaukee. And the game is tied, still only 1 away. And Blake Perkins stepping in.
Now this is a high breaking ball at the top of the zone, and Terang with that short swing, he's choking up with 2 strikes and just gets on top of this ball and just hits a line drive past Nico and drives in that tying run.
Now the infield about halfway in as Perkins takes outside. Perkins 1 for 2 with a single. Churio with great speed, the runner at third. Bowers at second and Terang at first. And the pitch. Fastball is high, ball 2. Miller has given up hits to the first 2 men he has faced. That run charged to Justin Steele. He's also responsible for the man Churio at third. The 2-0 swung on and missed.
Pretty good off-speed pitch. Took a little off that breaking ball. Had Perkins well out in front.
The middle infielders play back, hoping to get a ground ball. And the 2-1 to Perkins from Miller. Swing and a miss. What's on your mind on 2-2?
Well, you've thrown 2 breaking balls, and Perkins been way out in front. Do you throw the third one? I think so. I don't think he's seeing that breaking ball at all. And he has been well out in front of both of them.
Miller is ready. The Cub right-hander fires. A number on the ground to third. The throw home, they get 1, and that's all. Mastroboni had some options there, Ron. He decided to go home and get the lead man, which he did, instead of risking running over and stepping on third and throwing to first, which was a possibility, but not a sure thing.
Yeah, he's about a half a step from the third base bag in front of the bag. And for a guy that doesn't play a lot of third base and has not played a lot of third base in his career, sometimes that's a difficult thing to understand exactly where you are on the field. I will say this, he made an excellent throw to the plate to avoid the runner and get the force out at the plate.
It just barely missed the runner. Bases loaded, 2 down now, and here is Joey Ortiz batting and taking a strike. Ortiz 0 for 2, also with a walk. Ball game is tied here in the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 2 down. And the 0-1. Poke foul off to the right, out of play. You had to make that throw a few hundred times in your career run. You're right on the line. The man is running from third to home. Do they sometimes swerve to the inside of the diamond to try to get hit?
Well, the what you do in that situation is you run at the glove.
The 0-2 fastball high as the runner.
As the runner. So if you're the runner, what you do, and you know they're going to throw behind you trying to get you out, same thing going from first to second and a ground ball to the first baseman. you run at the fielder's glove that's going to receive the ball because that's where the ball's going, and you hope that it hits you.
Now the 1-2, just outside, a breaking ball. Miller wanted that one. 2-2 on Ortiz.
A little breaking ball. That one didn't miss by much, just off the plate away.
The Brewers have tied the game. They have the bases loaded with 2 down, and the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to right toward the corner. Suzuki over with room. He's got it to end the inning. Good job by Tyson Miller. The Brewers get 4 hits, but only 1 run. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's a brand new ball game. Cubs 2, Milwaukee 2. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
This is ludicrous.
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Bottom 6, 2-2, Cubs and Brewers. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on the Bernstein and Holmes Show, weekdays, 10 a.m. to 2 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Ian Happ on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Huh?
New pitcher in the game, Jacob Junis. Seiya Suzuki at the plate with a count of 0-2. The next offering by the right-hander outside. Terang stays in the game to play second base. Sanchez will come in to do the catching. Gary Sanchez now catching. A liner into right center, but it's playable for Perkins, and that's going to be out number 1.
Pretty good swing again by Seiya, but line drive right at the center fielder. And safe to plate today, sponsored by Granger. Think safety, think Granger. And with Seiya just hitting, designated hitters in today's game are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst or Lyle showrooms.
Ian Happ takes a strike from Junis. Junis, long dark hair flowing out the back of his Brewers cap. Fires again. Happ looks at a sinking fastball down low. Opposing pitching changes. Those are brought to you by Sloan. Here comes the next pitch. Happ looks low and inside. 2-1. Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. A swinging strike for Happ in the count 2-2. Learn more at sloan.com. Happ singled to drive in the first run and then grounded out. He hits a bouncing ball to second. Juggled by Terang, but he recovers in time to get Happ. And that's out number 2.
Don't see that too often. Terang A little on the casual side, goes down with one hand to field this ball, and it kind of hits in the heel of the glove, but recovers quickly.
2 down, nobody on. Ball game tied at 2. 6th inning, and the batter, Christopher Morel. Now, here's where you want Morel, a guy with power, to be swinging for a long ball. He was, and he came up empty, 0-1.
He's going to get he'll get an occasional pitch inside, either by mistake if it's in the zone, or they'll throw him well inside off the plate. They like to stay away from Christopher on an outside corner or farther off the plate away.
Brewers out hitting the Cubs 8-5. Fastball strike. You're right about keeping it away. All 3 pitches have been out toward the outer edge. And another pitch low and outside. 2-2. It's almost as if the pitcher is saying, if you're going to homer, you're going to have to hit it to right field.
Absolutely. That's the old adage years ago. We used to talk about when you're facing a closer was not going to get beat inside and let you take him deep inside. You're going to have to hit a pitch away, and that's means an opposite field type home run.
And the 3-2 outside. Check swing, no swing. Morel gets the walk. Junis thought he had a swinging strike, but he didn't. Every single pitch was away from Morel in that plate appearance.
6 straight pitches, 6 pitches, whether it be fastball or slider, all away. And you'll probably see this same thing happen to Dansby Swanson.
Do you see Morel trying to steal a bag here?
I would. I would absolutely try to get Christopher to run.
He's not going. Swanson will take outside. Morel still tightening up the running gloves at first when that pitch was made. So you knew he wasn't going to be running on that pitch. Now he's ready. He's got his lead. He's not going. Bouncer to short off the bat of Swanson. It is fielded by Adames. The throw to second in time, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, a man left. It's on to inning number 7. Cubs 2, Milwaukee 2. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Make the holidays spectacular with Moulin Rouge the Musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it glittering, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Give the gift of Broadway's most spectacular night out. Book now at MoulinRougeMusical.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm personal price plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
Porter Hodge in the ball game now, Pat, for the Cubs.
Pitching changes run. You know what that means?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what does it mean?
They're a sponsor.
Sponsored by James Hardy
There you
Building
go.
Products, siding with the Cubs.
We had the old James Hardy group in here just 2 days ago. Nice guys. It was great to meet them.
Hodge working on William Contreras. Missing outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Contreras. Reese Hoskins on deck, and then Willie Adames. Porter Hodge coming back 2-0. This ball is fouled away.
And walks by opposing pitchers. They're sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers, reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
They have been a great sponsor here for a couple of years. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Hodge. Contreras takes high, ball 3. Final game of the homestand. Cubs with a chance to win the series. Trying to split the homestand 3-3 as Contreras takes inside, ball 4. Leadoff walk, 7th inning, tie game. Here is Rhys Hoskins.
Now you got to think about what Milwaukee is going to do. Hoskins, he's the one guy that does not have great speed, and you don't anticipate him trying to run. Or Contreras, I mean. You don't really think of him running, although occasionally.
He does have 5 steals, which kind of surprised me when I saw it. He's only been caught once. First pitch inside to Hoskins.
This little spinning slider went right past the face of Hoskins. That's that backup slider. You throw it, and the hitter thinks it's going to break away from you, and that ball just kept spinning and just stayed right where it was at. Just missed the face of Hoskins.
Hoskins 1 for 3 in the game. This delivery is low and outside, 2-0. Cubs got single runs in the first and third. Ian Happ with an RBI single and Seiya Suzuki with a solo home run. Now the 2-0. Hoskins takes a strike. The Brewers got a run in the first. A base hit by Jackson Chourio drove in the run. And Bryce Terang, a pinch hit RBI single, tied the game in the 6th. Hoskins swings and misses, and it's 2-2.
Steady diet of breaking balls in this at bat to Hoskins from Hodge. That last one, probably the best one he's thrown. He's thrown a couple good ones. This one backs up a little bit and just ends up down below the strike zone.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hoskins kind of leaning back as he took that swing. Not his best swing. And he is out number 1, and Willie Adames the batter.
Well, all breaking balls but the last pitch, and then that one, kind of that fastball from Hodge. He gets around the side of the ball, the outside of the ball with his middle finger, and that ball has a little bit of cutting action, but that's a bullet at 95 miles an hour.
First pitch swung on and missed by Adames. First out, sponsored by Xfinity. You can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Just the way Adames is swinging, Ron, you know he has long ball on his mind.
Yeah. You know what he's doing? He's seen what Hodge is doing. He's trying to sit on that breaking ball that starts out right at him and stays in the middle of the plate. Hodge has not thrown that pitch, and he's been able to get it on the inside corner where he starts it, and it breaks to the outside corner and down.
Game tied at 2, 7th inning. Contreras not running, and the pitch fouled away. He challenged him with a fastball that time. And Hodge has a good arm. That was 96 mph. A low-scoring series in every game. Cubs winning the opener 3-1 on Monday night. Milwaukee in a pitcher's duel winning 1-0 last night. And today tied at 2 in the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Adames is out on strikes. And again, with 2 strikes, he was not shortening up the stroke. He was still trying to launch one, and he came up empty.
That's the breaking ball he was trying to sit on to hit. This one starts out inside, ends up in the inner third. But because of the change of speed, a little slower, he was still out in front, and Hodge gets the second punch out in a row.
The batter now is Jackson Chourio. Tossed to first, not in time. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Porter Hodge fires. Churio swings and misses. 7th inning stretch coming up soon. Sponsored by Volvo Plug-in Hybrid Vehicles, electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more. And the 0-1. Fastball upstairs, 1-1. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Line drive, shallow left, coming in half. He makes a dive and makes a great catch. A humpback line drive, half came in. That's an awkward play. He made a backhanded diving catch, reaching across his body and then rolling over. Not a routine play at all. And kind of a gamble considering the score and the situation.
Excellent play. Good jump on the ball by Ian. And as you said, secures the catch as he rolls around on the ground.
That ends the inning. The game is tied at 2. We're in the 7th inning stretch. The late, great Harry Carey on the video board. Harry, take it away.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Oh, it's root for the Cubs. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
"Shut the front door."
Winning.
No, seriously, shut the front door. We own this house now.
But you actually need to say,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
Mike Topman facing Jacob Junis. Topman swings and fouls it at the plate, and the count 1-2. Whenever managers' challenges take place, all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A good idea is a second opinion is always a good idea. That's what I meant to say. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Tie ball game, 7th inning. The pitch to Topman's fouled at the plate. The thought occurs to me, Ron, there have been so many games similar to the one we're watching right now where we've made the comment, it's there for the taking.
Yep.
And the Cubs have got to start winning some of these games if they hope to be playing in October.
Absolutely.
Ground ball to second, fielded by Terang. Short toss to first, out number 1.
You know, when you're not scoring a lot of runs and you don't have that big, you're not a big power team. You're not hitting a bunch of home runs, like Philadelphia. You see their lineups, the Dodgers are, when they're all healthy, they're bombers, right? Those teams. I would not say the Cubs are that kind of team. So you have to do some other things well to put pressure on the opposing team. And some of that is situational hitting, not striking out, stealing more bags and trying to exploit that part of the game.
Tomas Nido takes a strike, swings and misses, 0-2. Cubs let one slip away last night. Here's a high pop fly. Easy play right side of the diamond for Terang. And that's out number 2. 2-2 tie. Here comes Miles Mastroboni. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com.
And the heart of the lineup, that's sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at Southwest.com.
Mastroboni, this would be a great time for his first home run of the year.
Yeah.
He takes a strike. Another big crowd at Wrigley. There's a line drive base hit to left. A 2-out single by Mastroboni. Nico Horner coming up. Now, Mastroboni's got some speed. You like him running here?
I would, absolutely. I just think you got to do something to try to generate some offense here. And you see if he can get to second base, one of these first 2 or 3 pitches, the sooner the better.
Horner, nothing for 3. Toss to first, not in time. The third baseman, Ortiz, deep and kind of over toward the line. Mitchell, the right fielder, not all that deep. Horner today, nothing for 3. Mastroboni dancing off the bag and almost got out into no man's land. Had the pitcher realized where he was at one moment, he would have been picked off. Now Junis coming back. Horner will take a strike.
When you watch Junis in the set position and then he starts to deliver the ball home, he's very slow to home plate. He's got a high leg kick. So Mastroboni should be able to get a good jump at first base if he decides to take off.
He's got a good lead. He is running. The pitch outside, throw to second, not in time. Bad throw. It goes into center field, and Mastroboni goes to third. A low throw bounced off the glove of Terang. The ball landed on the grass in shallow center, and now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away, and the count on Horner is 1-1.
Mastro got a decent jump. This throw is going to beat Mastroboni to the bag at second, but it's a low throw, and Terang does not pick this ball. Just kicks off the thumb of his glove and goes into center field. And now Mastroboni at third base. Cubs need a big hit.
Let's see if Nico can deliver. For every stolen base this season, a Toro tire. Swing and a miss by Nico. A Toro tire will make a donation to Keeping Families Covered. A Toro, A-T-T-U-R-O. Third baseman playing very deep. You've seen Nico lay down a few bunts in his day. Although there's 2 strikes. Here's a ground ball to second, fielded by Terang, and he'll throw out Horner, who slams the helmet down in frustration as he runs down the right field line. Cubs do not score. We go to the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Milwaukee 2. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Make the holidays spectacular with Moulin Rouge the Musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it glittering, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Give the gift of Broadway's most spectacular night out. Book now at MoulinRougeMusical.com.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Eighth inning, ball game tied 2-2 with Ron Coomer. Pat Hughes with you. Zach Zaidman working alongside Paul Zarang, our great engineer at the controls. It's a battle of the bullpens from here on in. Mark Leiter Jr. from the Cubs pen is now on the mound working on Garrett Mitchell. Mitchell shows bunts at the pitch and missed it. He kind of committed early for a guy trying to bunt for a hit there, I thought.
This eighth inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Swing and a miss. The first out in this inning will be sponsored by Xfinity. You can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live. Is it 2 or 3 times? Or it's actually only once.
Just once, yeah.
I forgot that for a minute. Here comes the 0-2 on the way. Mitchell swings and misses, strike 3. And that is out number 1. Good splitter from Mark Leiter Jr. The attendance today, 37,679. 37679. We were all in the neighborhood. It looks like I was a little bit closest or closer. And the pitch to Gary Sanchez, the catcher, is in there for a strike. The Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And the 0-1 from Leiter. Pulled on the ground to the left side, backhanded by Swanson, takes his time, gets his man, 2 down.
Good pitch in on the hands. Sanchez to get the routine ground ball. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. They're sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai.
And we invite you to stay tuned. Ron Coomer will be naming the Toast of the Game ball player presented by Binny's. It's coming up in the 9th. Bryce Terang batting. Did not start today, but came in and had a pinch hit, game-tying, run-scoring single in the 6th inning. He's a good ball player.
Well, he's been a thorn in the Cubs' side this series.
The 1-0 to Terang, and that's a strike. He's always been an excellent defensive player from the first time we saw him, but he's really become a good offensive player as well. And the 1-1 to Terang, pulled on the ground to the right side, gloving it as Horner throws to first to get him. One second baseman bounces out to the other. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Milwaukee 2. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
How many Rock and Roll Hall of Famers have been on the Talk is Jericho podcast with me, Chris Jericho? Well, gee, let's see how many I can name off the top of my head. Metallica, Kiss, Slash, and Duff from Guns N' Roses, Angus Young, Brian Johnson from AC/DC, Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You want more? I got so many more, but I'm all out of time right now. So come rock with me, Chris Jericho, on Talk is Jericho. Listen to and follow now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
670 The Score is proud to announce the Cubs for a Cure Radiothon. On August 15th, The Score is partnering with the Cubs and Stand Up to Cancer for a 24-hour radiothon hosted by Danny Parkins and the Score team, with 100% of the proceeds benefiting cancer research.
Celebrities, doctors, and patients will share their stories of how cancer has impacted their lives. Your donations could land you tickets, experiences, and memorabilia from your favorite teams. You can make a difference by helping The Score raise money for cancer research. If you or your company would like to get involved, email 670radiothon@gmail.com today.
The Score, the Cubs, and Stand Up to Cancer are partnering with the Cubs for a Cure Radiothon, hosted by Danny Parkins and the Score team on August 15th and 16th.
You'll hear from Cubs legend Ryne Sandberg, current Cub and cancer survivor Jameson Taillon, as well as many more celebrities, doctors, and patients on how cancer has impacted their lives. Your donations will have a chance to get you Cubs tickets, experiences, and memorabilia as well. 100% of the money raised will go towards cancer research. If you or your company would like to get involved, email us at 670radiothon@gmail.com.
Listen to every MLB game live, plus watch from minor leagues, MLB Big Inning, and available pre-post games. No blackouts. Visit MLB.com/@bat for details. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Bottom of the 8th inning. Michael Busch leads it off. Ball game tied 2 apiece. Busch, Suzuki, and Happ against Junis. Jacob Junis delivers the pitch fouled away. Speaking of Happ, we're going to call his grab a couple of innings ago the catch of the game. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines, where only the S's are silent. Swing and a miss by Busch, 1-2. Discover the best of the Midwest at CatchDesMoines.com. State Fair should be coming up soon in Des Moines, usually in August, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 1-2. Cracked on the ground to second, fielded by Terang. Easy play out number 1. I think you've shared the story. It's a charming tale, too, about going to the State Fair in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. It was outstanding.
And just having the time of your life.
Yeah. Day after day after day, we'd do our, like Zach does the pre and post every day. We would do them from the State Fair and sign autographs right after. It was outstanding.
Did you meet a lot of nice people?
A lot of nice people.
Did you shake a lot of hands?
Thousands.
Were they all wearing gloves?
No, but there was a lot of hand sanitizer used in that.
By them or you?
Sure.
In there for a strike to Suzuki, 1-1. It sounds like you met a lot of good people.
Yeah.
And spread a lot of goodwill.
The thing that was entertaining about that, I'll be honest, is the booth when I worked for Fox was right next to one of them food booths that sell the great big turkey legs.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So they have the turkey leg and come up and want to say hi and shake hands. And yeah.
Did you end up shaking any turkey legs?
Yeah.
It's a very personal question.
It is. And
breaking ball is outside, 1-2 to Seiya. And he's ruled to have swung. Seiya does not put up much of an argument.
Another look. Yeah, that one went against the Cubs. There was one earlier in the game that went for Milwaukee that could have been a swing, and that one went against Seiya.
2 down. Here is Ian Happ in there for a strike. It must be frustrating, though, to speak a different language, to want to argue with a guy, knowing that it'll do no good at all because he's not going to understand a word you say.
Well, most guys, when you play, and I not played in Japan, but I did play in Venezuela. And when I went there, I spoke a little bit of Spanish, but not great Spanish. But you learn quickly how to order food and how to argue.
In what order? What's more important?
Arguing is way more important because, you can go and point at something and go, yeah, I see that's chicken. I'll take that.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Happ. Hit high in the air. It's a pop fly right behind second base. Adames, the shortstop, makes the catch, and the Cubs go quietly in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, a little bit of hand sanitizer, and nobody left. It's on to the 9th. Game tied at 2 on the score. and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm personal price plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Now Hector Neris is going to take the mound for the Cubs here in the ninth. Hector's been a Cubs closer almost all season long, but he's got work cut out for him, batting that 2-2 ball game.
And he will face Blake Perkins, and then the top of the order, Joey Ortiz to follow, and then William Contreras. A 2-2 deadlock, ninth inning. Here we go. Pitch on the way to Perkins, showing bunt. Drags it up along first and foul. First out in the inning is going to be sponsored by Xfinity. You can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. We thank all of our great sponsors on Cubs Radio. Neris always works from the stretch. The veteran fires. In there for a call, strike 2.
And you talk about a guy that likes to paint the outside corner. He is it.
Cubs are going to have Morrell, Swanson, and Tauchman due up in the bottom of the ninth inning. Swinging a tap foul at the plate. 0-2 still on Blake Perkins. Well, we have to name the hardest working player of the ball game.
I think right now that's got to be Justin Steele. He had a heck of a ball game today. Steele threw the ball well. Had a big pitch count number early in the first inning.
Fly ball to left, slicing foul, and back out of play.
Stayed in the ball game, give up 6 hits in 5 1/3, 4 punch outs, but threw a very good ball game. So he'll be our hardest working player of the game by Bosch Power Tools.
A few more clouds have moved into the area. 74 degrees at game time. Still nice and warm. The 0-2 pop foul out of play again. The lights have been on pretty much all day. Not the full lighting, but maybe half wattage, if that's what you would call. Here comes the 0-2 now from Neris to Perkins. Line toward right, that's going to be a base hit. Soft line drive over the head of Nico Horner, and the Brewers have the go-ahead run on base to start this ninth inning.
Oh, pretty good at bat by Perkins. He goes out and just hooks this ball. This pitch ends up getting a little more of the plate than Neris would like on a split and just dumps it in the short right.
Two ball game, ninth inning. Perkins has good speed, being held by Bush at first. Fly ball off the bat of Ortiz, shallow right center. It's going to be an easy catch for Suzuki. Out number 1. Ortiz jumping on the first pitch is the first out in the inning, and here's William Contreras.
A good pitch by Neris to try to get that out. And, it's just one of those things. You got Perkins at first who can run. And now the one thing that Contreras can really handle a bat, I would not surprise me if he tries to go to right.
He tried on that swing run and fouled it back. The At Our Best moment of the game, sponsored by the good people at Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Loyola Medicine. Now the 0-1 from Neris. And Contreras drills one to left center. That's trouble in the gap, going all the way to the wall. This might give them the lead. Racing around third and heading home is Perkins, and Milwaukee takes a 3-2 lead. Contreras doubling to the gap in left center. Perkins scored standing up, and the Brewers have a 3-2 lead.
For the Cubs, the thing you were hoping for is this ball is smoked. It's a line drive. It's fastball right in the middle of the plate at the knees. And it takes two hops and hits into the ivy, and you were hoping that the ball would stick into the ivy. It did not. It bounces out. And Perkins, as you said, Pat, scores easily.
Contreras' 57th run batted in. And here is Rhys Hoskins fouling it away. Cubs won the opener on Monday night. The Brewers trying to come back and win the final two. Now the 0-1 from Neris. Fouled away by Hoskins, and that's a very big run at second base right now. Cubs offense not scoring a lot of runs of late. You do not want to be more than one run behind when that's the case. Here's the 0-2. Pulled foul sharply past third. Neris not getting the bite on the breaking stuff that he wants.
Yeah, that split finger is kind of hanging up high a little bit. And that one stayed up and got hooked down the third base line. That one only fouled by maybe a foot.
Veteran against veteran. Neris to Hoskins. Swing and a miss. Strike three, out number two. Brewers on top, 3-2. We're in the top of the ninth inning. And here is Willie Adames.
A good high gas from Neris to get the punch out. So we see with the swing, Hoskins drops the hands down as he starts to swing and tries to swing upward, and then Neris just threw the ball right past him.
Adames swings and misses. We'll get the toast of the game ball player naming. That's going to be designated by Ron here in a few moments. Cubs are hoping some heroes jump up in the bottom of the ninth inning. Cubs being out hit 10-6. Adames swings and misses. This guy does not get cheated with his cuts.
No, he was looking to hit that one onto Waveland Avenue.
Contreras has given the Brewers a 3-2 lead with his RBI double. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Holding at second is Contreras. Again, the Cubs will have Morel, Swanson, and Tauchman, the first three. Yoel Payamps is throwing in the bullpen for Milwaukee. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. But the damage is done. RBI double by Contreras gives Milwaukee the lead. It's 3-2 Brewers as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Parkins and Spiegel on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
But that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Those dreaded days of forgetting to cancel your free trials are over. With the Experian app, you'll save money and time by having them cancel your unwanted subscriptions for you. It's like a personal assistant helping you manage all your subscriptions. Download the Experian app to get started today. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. $270 per year average estimated savings with 1+ cancellation. Paid membership with connected payment accounts required. See Experian.com for details.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
With the trade deadline approaching, the road to October starts now. I'm Rob Bradford. Join me on Baseballs and Boring for exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes stories, and expert analysis. Follow and listen to Baseballs and Boring on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Pat?
Yoel Payamps, a right-hander, is into work. Now, he has not been invincible by any means this year. His ERA is 4.25. His first pitch to Morel is swung on and missed. Brewers lead 3-2. Morel 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch to Christopher pulls foul on the ground toward third. Morel has the power to tie the game with one swing, but now the count is 0-2. Might have to shorten that stroke a little bit. Hyamps, big right-hander, ready in the 0-2. Breaking ball is outside. Didn't miss by much.
Yeah, good pitch, just off the plate away. Good take by Christopher.
Cubs have not scored since a Suzuki homer back in the third inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Morel is out number 1. Fastball got him. Might have chased a pitch low and away.
Good fastball right on the outside corner at the knees. 95 miles an hour.
One down. Here is Dansby Swanson. Right-hander to right-hander. Swanson takes outside. Well, we can wait, but if you have an idea for the toast of the game ball player.
Well, say a Suzuki will probably be it unless we do something big here in the bottom of the ninth. But how about Seiya with a homer and a double and scored 2 runs in the game for the Cubs, the only 2 they've got.
3-2 Milwaukee in the ninth. 1 away, nobody on. The 2-0. Swanson swings and misses, and he was trying to launch one.
Yeah, Dansby with a big rip at that fastball. That was center cut. Middle, 95 miles an hour. Power against power.
The 2-1, low and outside, 3-1. A pitcher would never want to walk a guy in this situation, so this might be the one to hammer. The 3-1 is a strike. 3-2. Swanson 1 for 3 in the game. The pitch to Dansby. Bounce toward third and foul out in front of a breaking ball. 37,679 the attendance today, and very few fans have left. Final game of the homestand. And the 3-2. Swanson is out on strikes, swinging and missing, and that's out number 2. Nothing real fancy about Payam.
Yeah, he's got good command of that four-seam fastball on the outside corner, especially with 2 strikes. He just rears back and cuts it loose. Dansby took a big rip, but just came up empty.
It's up to Mike Tauchman to keep the Cubs alive. Mike trying to launch one, swings and fouls it at the plate. Tauchman 1 for 3 with a single. Patrick Wisdom on deck, hoping to get a chance to swing. Tauchman lays off a high fastball. Mike representing the Cubs' final chance on this Wednesday afternoon. And the 1-1. Stroke foul off to the left out of play. Cubs down to their last strike. And now the 1-2 instead time called. Cubs lost 2 out of 3 to Arizona. In danger of doing the same thing to Milwaukee. And now the 1-2 on the way. Swinging a high fly ball right center field, but it's playable. Mitchell, the right fielder, will make the catch. And the ball game is over. And Milwaukee comes from behind and beats the Cubs by a score of 3-2.